Welcome back. Well, we're going to pull together everything that we've learned so far into what I call a production run. I have a dozen photographs from a family reunion that we're going to scan up. And we're going to do it all in one sitting. What I like to do anytime I start a run is to do a test scan and check it to make sure that all my settings are correct. Anytime before I begin scanning, I'll open up the scanner and I'm going to use a microfiber cloth and wipe off the surface of the document table. That way any hair, dust, that's in there, let's get rid of it. And I'll also take the microfiber cloth and lightly go over a photograph because again, any dust, hair, scratches is going to be picking up in the scan. I'm going to place my photograph, close the lid. I have my software started up. Let's make some settings. All right, I want to customize the scan and I'm going to click Customize. First of all, I'm going to check the resolution. How big of a picture am I creating? These are 5-inch photos. If I set it to 300, they will be the exact same size. If I set them to 600, they will be twice the size. I'd like them larger than that, and one of the settings I have is 800. In File Save Settings, I want to give these scans a unique name, and the name I'm going to use is 93 for 1993, 07 for July, and Green Reunion. I'm going to reset my number, and then I'm going to browse to save them in their own folder. Matter of fact, I'm going to create my own folder. So I'm going to select Other, then Browse, My Pictures, and I'm going to click Make New Folder. 9312 Green Reunion. So I've got a unique file name. I have a place to save them. I'm going to hit OK, OK, and now scan. The scanner's going to warm up, do its test. And just for the sake of argument, I have a stopwatch that I'm going to run and see how long it takes to do the scan preview. It selects the picture, and then for it to actually do the scan. The scan has completed, the folder has opened up, and I place the cursor on top of the picture file. I wait a second. It tells me that the picture size is 3,800 pixels across. If I divide 38 by 300, it's telling me the picture size is going to be about 13 inches in its maximum dimension. All right, so my test scan looked pretty good. The picture was of the size that I wanted it to be. It had the correct file name and it was saved to the correct location. So now I'm all set to run a whole series of pictures. Now, one of the things, for some scanners, you are able to scan pictures one at a time. Some scanners, such as mine, has a little bonus feature to it, where you can place multiple pictures on the document table, leave a space between them, and the scanner recognizes them as 3 separate pictures. So I've placed 3. All my settings are all set, are adjusted and correct for what I want. I'm going to click on Scan, and I'm estimating it's going to take about 6 minutes to 7 minutes for it to scan all 3 photographs. When you have this dead time between scans, be efficient. There are other things that you can be doing, and let's talk about some of those. While I have that 10-minute interlude as a batch of pictures scan, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to check my files and see how things are progressing. Right away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my view to extra large icons. I'm going to expand the window. And then also, I'm going to change my layout. I'm going to go to Layout, Preview Pane. And now I can see nice big chunky thumbnails over on the left column and the pictures themselves in the right preview area. And I'm scrolling through them. Things look pretty good. Okay, we've got a problem. I wasn't paying attention to the orientation of the picture when I did the scan. It's upside down. That's easy to correct. Leave your cursor on the picture. Right mouse click. And you'll see that you have two options. Rotate clockwise or rotate counterclockwise. Since it's upside down, clockwise once, right click again, rotate clockwise a second time, and the picture's now straightened out. We'll keep moving through here. All right, I have a vertical picture that's laying down in a horizontal format. Same thing. Right click, but I'm going to rotate counterclockwise or to the left. And that puts the picture into the proper orientation. In scanning, we created a unique file name for a batch of pictures. What if you want to change that file name or to refine that file name, put more information in there? We can do that. If you place your cursor onto a picture, right click and select rename, the name highlights. I'm going to use my family history naming style, and I'm going to add in Kruger for my last name and the names of my two sisters, Jane, Robin, and the woman to the right is, her last name is Northam Joan. So now I've made this picture searchable if I'm looking for any photographs of either Jane Kruger, Robin Kruger, or Joan Northam. I found that watching pictures scan is sort of like watching water boil. It takes just forever. So go find something else to do, whether it's on your computer or someplace else. We're almost done. And the folder containing the pictures pops up. That's my indicator. Change out photographs again. We are now about 12 minutes into this. I'm going to go work on making some supper. Okay, we're now 16 minutes into the scanning process. I had a dozen photographs, 10 down, 2 to go. Lay them on the document table. And I'm going to start my scanning software again. There we go. We open right up to the scan. We've got the 2 pictures that are in there. Click scan. And again, I'm guessing it'll be about 6 minutes before I get these 2 scans done. So all told, it took me about 25 to 27 minutes to scan a dozen different photographs, and that included starting up the scanner, making all of the adjustments to the scanning software to scan big, to give it a unique file name, to place the pictures where I want in the computer. If you increase the size of the scans, these pictures are scanning to about 13 inches. If you scan them to 15 inches, 18 inches, you will increase the scan time. There's that debate of, do I increase the scan time just to have a larger picture? And my thought is yes. Let's scan as big as we can within the time that we have allotted. Don't cheat yourself, don't cheat the future by scanning a small picture and limiting any possibilities of what they can do with the pictures. As you scan bigger, the digital picture file size in your computer does get larger. It will take up more computer hard drive space. That used to be an issue when computers' hard drives were very, very small, and to expand memory storage was extremely expensive. That's no longer the case. Bigger is still better. In the next segment, we're going to talk about different scanning modes. Each mode offers you more and different types of control of the scan, and also the ability to edit and repair our pictures as we scan.